My lord, this is my petition, my lord.
Issues are, my lord, identical.
Yes.
Item 1, 2,
No,
3.
there are
If-
totally 5 writ petitions.
Yes.
I think the common prayer in all the writ petitions is for a investigation by CBI.
My lord.
Yes.
Correct?
My lord.
And apart from that, some writ petitions, your case, you want installation of CCTV camera,
Yes.
then resting place,
Yes.
washroom.
Yes. And impleading, my lord, the erstwhile principal and the erstwhile MSVP also a party to the proceeding.
There is somebody mentioned yesterday stating that something needs to be done to the doctors who are on strike because the hospital is not able to function.
Yes, my lord.
Yes, yes.
Item number 5.
Item
That
5.
is item number 5, I mentioned that. This is the
Sir.
thing is going on and that has to be looked into. Because yesterday 2 patients has been
Problem
died.
is, sir,
Today, what will be happen, we don't.
but then the doctors are not implemented in any capacity.
My lord, I am pointing out that the not doctor, that the state of machineries or any other authorities
No, but then
may
they
be
need to
directed
talk to them.
protect
No?
the patient at least.
See, you should look to the other side also. Of course, it is true that the patients are suffering because the doctors are not are on strike. It is not a phenomena in West Bengal alone. It has spread to the other states. as
Yes,
well.
yes, all over the India.
So this situation is anomalous situation. But at the same time, you need to also take note of their feeling. If one of their colleagues has been so brutally been dealt with, so their feeling also needs to be appreciated. So for which, if suppose there is some association or something, if they can be implemented, if you give the name, we can suo motu implement them. We can put them on notice. 1 or 2 of them can come here to court. They need not even engage a lawyer. We'll appeal to them. At least for the sake of the patients,
My lord.
something can be done. What is the state doing, Mr. Banerjee?
As far as the investigation is concerned, a thorough, transparent investigation is on. And I use the word transparent because the family is updated constantly by the highest officers of the police force about the progress that is being made.
No, the parents are also before us.
Yes, my lord. If your lordship so desires, I shall not, for the purpose investigation, I would not, because your lordship will kindly see that social media is full of incorrect statements. Not the problem of social incorrect, even in one of the writ petitions, not one boy's name has been taken. Social media is flashing the picture of one boy. He is a boy from humble background in the district of Bankura. He is very much present over here. His picture is being flashed that he's missing.
That we can't do anything.
That is only
We can't gag the press. No.
no, Malad, may I only, no, this is not gagging the press, Malad. May I say this? We have a helpline, Malad. I'm giving the number of that. Anybody has,
Sir, at the end of the day, the parents who are now before court, keep alone Mr. Bakshi's case or whoever is it, the leader of opposition has filed it, and 2 more social activists have filed. But more importantly, we have granted leave for the parents of the victim to file the writ petition. So, what does the Honorable Supreme Court say? To transfer investigation, the court should be satisfied that the investigation is not proceeding in the manner it should proceed, or it doesn't instill confidence on the persons concerned, more particularly the family of the victim. So, state police undoubtedly has been done some investigation. I think picked up 1 person has been arrested till now. Of course, we also read these newspapers. We can't be without. There is a statement from the highest authority of the state stating that some ultimatum has been granted till Sunday. If nothing happens, the state is willing to transfer it to the central agency. That's the statement we read. Maybe right or wrong, that's up to the state to make a submission. But you will have to cover all these angles.
Malad, everything with deepest respect. May I, Malad, file a report in the shortest time that your lordship fixes? I will, with that full details of the investigation in a sealed cover before your lordship, for your lordship.
My lord, only one thing, my lord.
I shall keep the detail because when an investigation is such a thing, I cannot let it go public. But my lord, for your lordship's perusal, I shall file a detailed report covering every aspect.
My lord, what we are
I
saying,
have not gone through the full investigation myself. My lord, we won the midnight oil last night. I have gone through the entire thing. I can satisfy you. I'm 100% confident that if your lordship peruses the report, your lordship will see that every aspect has been taken into consideration. Everything has been. Most of the we shall be able to, except for there are some scientific tests which need to be done. Except for that,
No, no.
the shortest period will be able.
As of now, the court is not expressing any opinion on that. Now, today is the first day, all the writ petitions have been filed. You let copies be served on all of them.
Some of them have not been served. The
parents, we have started.
parents one has not been served.
Just now we have granted.
But I have got the parents' word.
uh,
But it has been sent to for
The
affirmation.
government leader is here. You can serve it here and now.
So you please, all of you, please serve it on the ground pleader, probably within 2 hours from now. Then let them take instructions, let the report come in a sealed cover. That is one aspect regarding the investigation and how you are going to proceed. The second aspect is, what is the assurance you will give to the doctors? The doctors are on strike. They are, as I said, that you can't ignore their feelings. The state missionary should enter into a dialogue with them because it is such a noble profession. The innocent patients shouldn't suffer. It's not that they purposely want to do it, but the incident is so gruesome as portrayed in the press as well as in the writ petitions. Is so gruesome. They are justified. They are justified in a way. How do they express their emotion? So what they feel is, if it has happened to X, why will not happen to?
Absolutely, 100%. But I'm not for a moment, because I'm not treating this matter as adversarial.
And they want some CCTV, the place to be illuminated.
That will be done.
These are all basic things.
There is, fortunately, it is not that the area is fully without CCTV. In fact, we have been able to track the entire movement through CCTV. So there were CCTVs, but there should have, if your lordship says, there should be more. But as your lordship knows, the entire campus, it is very difficult to bring every inch of the campus under CCTV.
No. You can bring the entire state under CCTV. We have done peak of COVID. I will tell you what happened in the High Court of Madras. It is also a chartered High Court. Every district court complex, subdivisions, we don't have Sadar. We have courts spread over the district. There are totally 36 districts at that time. All had CCTV. Honorable Justice A.P. Sahi was our Chief Justice. So to monitor that, our in-house software team developed a software to aggregate all CCTV throughout the state. Every day, 2 hours, the Chief Justice will spend in the High Court campus in Chennai, viewing the entire state. So nothing is impossible. You have got an excellent team of IT professionals.
Only one thing, my lord, lordships kindly see how the investigation is going on. Yesterday, the principal resigned from his post. Now he has been assigned his in National Medical College. He should be.
What you want me to? What does?
What we have won, my lord.
First of all,
what is his role concerning this?
Because he is the principal of Archikar College.
But then he has been made as a party here.
No, yes.
My lord,
In
kindly grant us leave.
In my writ petition, I have sought that the erstwhile principal as well as the erstwhile MSVP to be made and accused in the criminal proceeding because they cannot shrug away from the
That
responsibility.
is 6th and 7th.
Sixth and
responsibility.
We have, I am praying leave, my lord, to add that.
my lord, also,
My lord required. Sir, simply you file applications, you will delay it, sir. You will delay it.
Another.
Just to satisfy the petition,
and-
you want to file this application. Already, this Professor Sandeep Kumar Ghosh
Yes.
and Dr. Sanjay Vashisht,
Yes.
both of them are
So,
responsible.
my lord, they are
Have
not.
you served? Wait,
Yes.
have you served them?
My affidavit is also there.
And anybody is,
On behalf of the military principal, but the copy has not been served up.
we'll do it, sir. They will do it in 2 hours.
Principal,
I have served upon Mr. Shen Gupta already, my lord. In item 2, my lord.
And your writ petition has to be served. After affirmation, you serve it.
Malad,
Number 5, wherein, my lord, your lordship may give a leave at the medical council as a party respondent. And
Medical council, what is it going to do, sir? Sir, which is your petition? Serial number? 5, you give that 5.
the association, as your lordship indicated.
Yes, these doctors need to be heard in the matter. They have to ventilate their grievance. Some forum should be there. The state should endeavor to do that. State should endeavor to do that. Get into a dialogue with the doctors.
Certain, I'm not from
It should have been done by now.
that I do not have, whether it has comments or not, I do not know. I'll have to take instructions on, but it's a serious concern. It's not that I brush off at all. It's a serious concern because the hospital should be fine and the doctors there should be made because feel secure.
Your interim prayer is that. Main prayer is not. But is anybody there? Any of the doctors are present here? Nobody is here.
The doctor is supposed to be here as well.
Who?
Some of the doctors who are bring the interest, they might be present before the prosecution. That's possible. Possible.
But the forensic expert had interacted yesterday when I had been to the place to express my solidarity. They said the postmortem report indicates this sort of injury could not have happened only by one single individual. There must be multiple action by multiple persons. Postmortem of the person. Therefore, this requires the investigation.
I dispute. Because
They will definitely.
I will, as I said, I will file an exhaustive, detailed report as far as the entire examination. For your lordship.
But what they say is, prima facie opinion is that this assault could not have been committed by a single person.
That is not correct. Because I am saying, I'm a humble submission is, I have taken specific instruction on that. That when it is a case of multiple, the nature of injuries would be slightly different. I don't want to say all this in open court right now, but in the report, I shall give it. Because if your lordship I shall file.
All right.
with the deepest of humility, my lord.
Forensic
number-
experts, they have categorically made this statement. Let us, a forensic expert engaged in government health service. Who they are? Yes, if he wants to get the name, I'll get the name. Give
No,
the
no,
name.
don't tell the name.
It's not necessary. But
only-
prima facie, it is a case where the parents also feel that this couldn't have been done by a person who intended to only commit rape. The others must be involved, and that requires investigation. And this
All
investigation,
right, the parents are here before court. We have granted leave to.
yes, I am appearing for that. Like,
Senior is now.
May I say this? Milord, the injuries, the parents
these are the injuries.
with their permission. The postmortem, with their permission, the postmortem was done. They were informed. They made a request. The request was kept that a lady doctor should be there. That was whatever, but I repeat and reiterate, whatever was the request of the family, that was immediately complied with. In fact, even the inquest and everything, it took us some time because we had to get a judicial officer. So, everything, I shall give it to your lordship sequentially, the entire thing, the report. Why? There is nothing to hide. I'm not doing. I am carrying out an extremely transparent investigation, and I shall bring that out. I myself volunteer.
Because this is not a private dispute. Sir.
Yes.
It's not a private.
I am.
Well, only one thing. I would beg to dispute. I would beg to dispute with the submissions as has been advanced by Mr. Banerjee. Malad, I have annexed a newspaper article in page number. Yes. And the video evidence are also there. I can produce it before the court. The family members were not made allowed after the body was taken away. The family members absolutely had no idea. The body was made to go to the hospital.
The parents are before court.
Yes.
You can't be canvassing a case for them.
No,
It is up to
no,
them to speak.
yes.
Excellent. But with your lordship's kind leave, my lord, insofar as item 2 is concerned, my lord, My lord, I am grateful, my lord, that the parents have gathered courage and finally are before, my lord, the Honorable Court of Law, my lord. That will be the lead
That
case.
will be the lead
Yes,
case.
my lord, I kindly appreciate only one aspect, my lord. Insofar as the state is concerned, they are justifying about the investigation which has been undertaken. But my lord, the state in which the body of the victim was found, my lord, it was bleeding, my lord. Blood was coming out from the eyes, from the mouth, from the genital area, my lord. The my lord, bedding, my lord, that was soaked with blood, and so was she was in a half naked condition. But my lord, this most striking aspect is, my lord, the state registered a UD case, an unnatural death case, that is a case of suicide. So, my lord, this casts a reasonable apprehension about the conduct of the state, my lord. My lord, I am grateful, my lord, to a few young doctors, my lord, who have taken the pain and made this flow chart. This will explain in detail, Mr. Banerjee. This is a flow chart that we will be relying upon. No, no, WhatsApp. No. So, my lord, this is exactly the sequence of events which followed, my lord. And now, my lord, there are statements coming that there is no objection if the case is transferred to the CBI, but that will require time till Sunday. So, my lord, a particular person who is a civic volunteer, there are orders of the Honorable Court, my lord, as well as memos, that civic volunteers cannot even roam in isolation when the police, unless accompanied by police personnel. Despite that, a civic volunteer, my lord, now he has surfaced. It is being stated that it is the case of one man. My lord, there is an inquest report which is doing round in the social media, a part of which has been pleaded, my lord. It requires superhuman capability, my lord, to inflict such type of injury within a period of 30 to 40 minutes, my lord, on the person of the victim, my lord. It is not possible, my lord, for a single person, my lord, to inflict so much of pain and so much of wounds, my lord, on a poor, my lord, helpless victim, my lord, who has lost her life. And, my lord, there are statements, my lord, from the ruling dispensation, my lord, this is not political, this is all on the media, that ideally the civic volunteer should be encountered. There should be an encounter. But there is every apprehension, my lord, that with the passing days, it is basically the valuable evidence which is being, my lord, destroyed. With every passing day, the conduct of the police, my lord, is also suspect, my lord. First of all, my lord, the very act of registration of an unnatural death case is enough to cast apprehension, my lord. I am extremely grateful, my lord, to Mr. Bhattacharya's clients, my lord, that they have gathered courage. They have, my lord, come up before the Honorable Court of Law. They were not, my lord, they were, my lord,
In this flow chart, of course, there is no
my lord,
signature to it anyway.
my lord,
On the middle of it, you'd say,
my lord.
first attempt to cover up by police administration,
Yes.
postmortem.
Yes.
Suicide declared by police.
Yes.
Victim blaming done by principal.
Yes.
Reason given psychosis.
Yes, my lord. That is what, my lord, the students are saying, that these are the sequence of events. This is what transpired. Mr. Bhattacharya will be in a better position to explain, to clarify to the Honorable Court, my lord.
Due to protest, this does not work.
Yes.
Then postmortem and first line of investigation.
Yes, my lord.
Rape and murder declared by the Commissioner of Police.
Yes.
After 36 hours,
Yes.
one person has been apprehended.
Yes, my lord. A particular civic volunteer. And the civic volunteer is making statements immediately that yes, hang me. I do not mind. And there are statements that yes, he should be killed by way of an encounter.
My lord, I have already annexed one
please,
document,
please, just
page 12. That from that, my lord, the injury is apparent. Item number 4.
But is it a reason that at the first instance they said the cause of death was suicide?
That was not said by the police.
You can use the mics.
That was not said by the police, because police would not say anything till an investigation happens.
Or the hospital administration.
Somebody may have said, who has said it, we do not know. But I've also heard this part. But who has spread this information? That is, police has not said. I have spoken to every.
This is from the parents. First at 10:35 a.m., a telephone call came. Are you the parents of such and such? Replied, yes. What happened? Your daughter is ill. Come sharp. The father requested, what nature of the illness? Please tell us. said, no, we can't say anything. Please come short. Then subsequently another call 10, 15 minutes after that your daughter has committed suicide. Well, they were preparing to rush to the hospital. Suicide? Who are you? I am one ASC, something like that. But the doctors will tell you better what had happened. And then they rushed to the hospital. They were kept sitting 3 hours far from the dead body. Police they asked them, you sit here. And then after 3 hours, the parents were taken to the dead body. And so long they were telling that she has committed suicide. The parents were really surprised that she is a normal person. She went there for duty. How could it happen? Then ultimately they found that the body, when it was little bit uncovered for identification, bears huge injury from their own estimation of a normal person.
So the parents were allowed to see the
Yes.
body of the victim.
After 3 hours. Then all these things police followed, and in the meantime, police had requested them over the telephonic message. This is the request from the top of the executive. Get the matter settled. Don't talk to others on this issue. But we don't will not identify and say X, Y, Z responsible. No. The chief minister herself has said it will be transferred to CBI after 10 days or 7 days. Now, these 7 days is utilized as a hunch.
Yes.
Lord, we have experience, Lord, in case of cheat fund matter, that the special investigation team chairman, who was the commissioner of police, he was utilized to destroy the evidence. When the matter was transferred to CBI by the Supreme Court, CBI made him accused that he have destroyed the evidence. Therefore, we have experience which tells us to tell before the court that this time might be utilized for the purpose of wiping out the evidence. Therefore, CBI should be directed to take up investigation here and now.
Yes.
Monitoring by High Court.
Immediate.
And let them also assist the CBI authorities if they are so sincere.
If it is a fact that the administration initially, somebody called the parent and said it is a case of, first it's a case of sickness, second it's a case of suicide. Then there is a miss somewhere.
May I say this? Has my learned friend client ever disclosed from which number they have got the calls? I am beseeching my learned friend to kindly give it. We shall.
All right, we'll keep
The
that
state
aside.
police.
No, wait.
I will
No,
get
no,
the
no,
magic.
take
Call
it-
from police.
No. You have received 2 phone calls that was just submitted. So please give us this phone call numbers.
How could it be?
I
The
can
parents
share-
were in such a situation, they will record the phone number.
No. Phone number in
What
the
is he
phone,
saying?
you will get it.
But in view of registration of Tala police station case and UT case number
One at a
161,
time.
my lord,
Just
I
one.
understand, my lord, the phone number will not be relevant because it is on record, my lord, that the police registered a case of suicide. It was an UD case, my lord, unnatural death case which was registered.
Well, may I answer everything one by one?
So is it a fact, sir?
May I say this? Millard, what happens? When an incident happens, any incident where death has happened, it is immediately a UD case because procedural things have to happen. Now, till such time a complaint is received on the basis of which a case gets started, a UD case is an unnatural death case.
Sir, it is not a case where suppose a convict prisoner is unwell in the correctional home. The hospital or the clinic in the correctional home is not able to treat him. He is shifted to a hospital. There he collapses or he is no more. Then the family says some hanky-panky has happened. Therefore, it's a case of suspicion that is different. But this person is part of the system, sir.
So
And should not the administration show some remorse?
No.
If it is a fact that the parents were kept waiting for 3 hours.
let me, Millard, this is of Millard, these are statements which
No,
we do
you
not.
be fair to the entire issue, sir. Let us be fair.
Yes,
No, it's a doctor who spent her life working for the.
absolutely, Millard. I'm saying this, but Millard, these incidents, I can only, my lord, make submissions on facts which are pleaded in the petition.
No.
I can come with, my lord, this petition, I have not.
People know the facts, sir. Suppose you don't tell the truth, then what to do? Probably we will have to put them in the box, ask them to.
Lord,
give
that's why I am
examination
saying, Lord,
process.
this submission is made. Give me the shortest time, Lord. I shall come with a report.
If
Lord,
this
may I
was
just-
true, if this was
But if this is true, that is subject to it being
3
true.
hours, the parents have been asked to come. And they were being informed that it is a case of suicide. Then administration has
My lord,
not been with them.
No, may I,
Administration has not been.
may I make this submission? Your Lordship will kindly
You
consider.
can't treat the deceased as if it was a patient or a person who has been brought from a correctional home for treatment. There should be more, little bit sensitivity to these issues.
In a known person, but litigation is not being blood started. But this is a settled law. But in an unidentified person, then blood only litigation. Then blood is
May I say, my lord, this is not correct.
How the litigation has been started? This is the first question. But second question is this, Lord, the postmortem which we are talking about. And all the parents were informed that the girl has committed suicide. If that is so, what steps they have taken to identify who was waiting for? Because this is a greater conspiracy than not saying that.
Absolutely. I agree with my learned friend. Absolutely. So we have to look at these phone numbers to find out who has made this call. I am not for a moment. Again, my lord, I say this. I am not taking this matter as adversarial. I am saying that give us, my lord, may I say this?
Suppose these doctors are made parties, and if suppose somebody comes with an affidavit saying that the principal said it was a case of psychosis, he blamed the victim, then it's a very serious matter.
No, there's a principle.
advocate.
Then, my lord, today I am.
It will become oath against oath. Let the former principal file an affidavit. They will file an affidavit.
Fine, I'm not stopping that. I'm not saying that. But my lord,
these
today I am only.
Yeah, by now, a statement should have been recorded from the principal.
Yes.
What did he say? Somebody in the administration, the ward boys, how many?
Everything. There are more than 35 statements recorded. Lord, today, if your lordship gives me an opportunity, I shall give everything before your lordship. Lordship, give me the shortest time, Lord, I'm saying.
Only a very short thing, my lord. At the
I
very
am not
outset,
trying to from everything. 35, more than 35, 40 statements have been recorded.
my lord,
But not
all
of the
such
principal.
vehement
Principal resigned from this institute. In the morning says I'm resigning for the government servants. In the evening, he's appointed principal of another adjacent medical college.
We are here, my lord, on the gruesome incident that has happened and the investigation. My lord would kindly.
And the attending circumstances.
Yes. My lord, that is why.
In the incident, the investigation and the attending circumstances.
So
Suppose if he has stepped down, owing moral responsibility, etc. It is rather surprising that he should be rewarded within less than 12 hours.
I will take and come back to your lordship with
But
my lord,
especially,
only one
I'm
thing, my
saying.
lord, that
But because this is
especially
not
with
a case, my lord, may I say this, my lord? Today, my lord, when these statements are made, I have to take instruction on various things.
You please take.
I have to take one and I'll come back.
All right. In the meantime, because the parents are before court, there is an apprehension that if time lost, there is chances of something getting derailed. How do you ensure that that doesn't happen?
I am coming to your lordship within 24 hours.
24
Tomorrow morning,
hours,
your lordship, I shall come with
only
the
one thing.
24 hours, everything
all
will
such-
Today, my lord, whatever time I take, I'll have it
will
prepared.
kindly keep
All
it at
tomorrow
all
morning. That is the earliest I can come.
Bakshi, extend that.
I am trying to, my lord, expedite matters as fast as possible. Your lordship gives me 24 hours. I don't think I'm being very unreasonable.
Yes.
But
Lord, all
tomorrow
such
morning, I
vehement
shall
objections
give
are
an
coming.
exhaustive report, which will also deal with the submissions made from the bar, which were not in the petitions, because there are a lot of things which are not. Petitions have been
But
served.
may I only just point out
There are
one
many
thing? All these
objections
vehement
have been served.
objections are coming from the part of the state. It was at the very outset that had come from the highest authority of the state that it should be immediately transferred to the CBI. Now she comes up with a statement saying that after 7 days. So, my lord, this is absolutely suspicious. Within this 7 days, evidence would be wiped out. My lord, I have annexed a newspaper article within this, which says, page number 21 of my application, no objection to CBI probe, says the highest authority of the state on the very next day. Now, my lord, she comes up with a statement after 7 days. So this 7 days is very crucial for wiping out the evidence. That is where at the very outset, my lord, we think, my lord, that there should have been an interim order. The state would not have objected to the same, that the court is granting CBI. State should not have objected, since the statement is coming from the highest authority of the state. Now the state is coming with a very different stand. My lord, kindly sees this creates a cloud of suspicion over the entire state of affairs. My lord would kindly appreciate this.
My lord, indeed.
My lord, may
Last-
I beseech your lordship to kindly,
Mr. Banerjee, just give me
tomorrow
1 minute.
morning, your lordship sees
My
it.
lord, on the
If every allegation that is made today, I can't tell you if it's fresh allegations made tomorrow from the bar, but as of now, whatever allegations have been made, I shall deal with everything in a report by tomorrow morning, 10:30 before your lordship.
My lord, I have twofold objection. First objection is that the case diary is the heart of the investigation. These reports are of no consequence. Let them produce the case diary before your lordship at 2 o'clock today. And the last matter, which was transferred to the CBI in 2022, with regard to the rape and murder of a victim, where her body was burned before it was sent for postmortem, was argued by me. My lord, in the morning I took leave, 2 o'clock it was kept, and my lord, at 8 o'clock the investigation was transferred to CBI. Yes, it has been annexed by my learned
Part
friend.
of an annexure in our petition.
Because I had argued that matter. My lord, I had brought about the scientific evidence which is there. And I'd be rest assured, my lord, 10 years from now, because I have argued Kamduni, in which the acquittals took place. This case will go just the Kamduni way. The accused will be acquitted. And I will show it to your lordship how he will be acquitted. Because this very commissioner of police was the inspector general of the CID when Kamduni murder took place. It is due to his blotching up of the entire case that today Kamduni has failed. I was a defense counsel. I defended them. But today when I appear for the victim, this person has now been rewarded by being made a CP. This person should be put on compulsory waiting. He is the person who is responsible for the Kamduni rape and murder because he was the head of the investigation. He blotched it up completely. And the same thing he has done. What he has done, he has, on the victim's body, he bought a scratch mark. In the Kamduni case, same thing happened. They bought a scratch mark on the victim. We argued, and this honorable court acquitted that person with a scratch mark. Same thing. Same modus operandi by this Vineet Goel. He needs to go.
He directs production, my lord, at 2
But at
o'clock.
2 o'clock. Let it come at 2 o'clock, hear it and transfer it.
Let it be at 2 o'clock.
And let him produce the case diary.
Anybody from the police is there to instruct you?
There.
The case diary is with them.
No, case diary, I can bring them. That's not issue. But my lord, if you want the report,
Why do we need a report?
What report?
Case diary is the heart of an investigation. If the case diary is a case diary.
Report, my lord, may I submit, my lord, the report is
I will show from the case diary what they have been up
submissions
to.
which are being made, which is beyond the case diary. For that, we need to file a report. We'll keep that.
Let us
No,
see.
absolutely no.
My lord, may I?
Bring the case diary at 2 o'clock.
this way it cannot happen.
But I am saying, my lord, there are submissions which have been made with regard to the 3 hour, my lord, those things may not be in the case diary. For that, your lordship will call for a report.
I
That
shall
is
get
correct,
it.
but then
And we can get them.
No, tomorrow morning, my lord, I am coming back 1 hour.
no.
It's the crime scene. Ultimately, it's the crime scene.
Your lordship tells me when your lordship will. I am saying,
Within half an hour,
I am
let it be
saying-
at 12 o'clock.
Lord, I shall come with
But
a
this is the sheet
detailed
actually,
report, my lord. I said that the earliest, my lord, was tomorrow at 10:30. I shall come
But
because
why do you register a case of unnatural death?
I shall give it to your lordship. Why? The details I should give it.
The case
Full.
that will be handed over to the court, no, that too. And that will.
And
at
this
least
is
give us
not
some
the
protection.
way the victim should have been dealt with, especially when the victim was a
Look, I
doctor
shall-
in the very same
Lord, may I take instructions?
And
come
does
back?
the principal require,
Absolutely.
advice on all these things?
Lord,
How
I
to
shall,
handle medical legal cases?
This is the same
may I
principal
say,
who during COVID-19 was held responsible for ventilators there was a huge scam with regard to ventilators, and this person is the sole accused. Nothing was done. He was transferred within 48 hours, he was brought back. He was transferred to Murshidabad. Within 1 month, he was brought back. Last year in 2023, there was a massive ragging scandal in Maniktala RG Core hostel. Everything was hushed up. He is so powerful, nobody can touch him. And this is all on record. 2023, any student who opposes this man is ragged in the hostel. And it is on record, but they will do nothing.
May I say one thing? Head of the branch CBI called me this morning. Subject to your lawsuit's approval, they are ready and willing to take up the investigation. Immediately.
Because this is three things.
But if he has stepped down voluntarily saying that some moral responsibility, rather surprising that you should reward him.
May I say this, Lord? May I? As far as these things are,
No man is above laws.
Lord, if I cannot make a submission, then
You
no
please
point.
make, sir. You please.
Lord, may I
The
say-
bio-waste scam, which is the biggest scam in this state,
Your Lordship, see,
this same principle is responsible. First, enumerating from RG Court. Tell them to say no.
I am appearing on behalf of the principal, will this kind of reckless statement
But
cannot.
then if you are such a powerful person, you step down today within 4 hours, you are rewarded with the same. Are you such a powerful person?
I believe Lordship has dealt with at least 5 matters before this court.
Yes, those are all on tenders, etc. That is different. And PILs came.
Right.
That was a different issue. But then, see, he is virtually the guardian of all the doctors who are working there.
True.
And if he doesn't show any sympathy or empathy